Okay. Very strange. Very strange. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Seems to be working now. Seems to be working just fine now. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I restarted my computer this morning. I'd been putting off updating my computer, I guess, and I restarted, and for some reason OBS, my broadcasting software, forgot my mic update. I'm sorry, my mic settings. It appears as though my desktop audio is fine. So you guys can hear some, guys can hear a little bit of music in the background, I hope. I'm showing that the music is going through, but that's okay. That's all right. I've been dealing with some vendor trouble this morning, having nothing to do with my business, this business at least, another business that I'm working on, dealing with some vendor problems. I'm not happy with the way that I'm being treated, and unfortunately, there aren't multiple options in my area for this particular service. So I'm going to have to just deal with it for the time being, and hopefully I can find another solution in the near future. But that's not a problem for you guys. We're here to talk about Hero Wars today. Let's say hi to the members of the YouTube Guild. Guys, if you're looking for a way to support me in the channel, there is a join button next to the subscribe button on my YouTube page. It's not free. And what you get isn't amazing, though I think you're pretty cool. You do get priority comments here on the live stream. You do get access to the private Discord, where we have some deeper discussions on more sensitive topics, a little bit more insight into my personal life, as well as sometimes occasional behind-the-scenes stuff. Speaking of the YouTube Guild, I see a penguin there in the live stream on the beach, it seems. Glim Elvaso, D. Warman is here. Mike Madness, thank you so much for joining me, Mike. Good to see you. Cinder, Raging Turnip. Cinder says, good morning, all. Good morning. Hello, heroes, says Raging Turnip. Aloha, Richard. How's it going? How's it going? You know, I actually somehow, some way got onto a little group of videos on TikTok of people complaining about people vacationing to Hawaii. People making statements like, you know, if you're not from Hawaii, don't visit here. And it's just like, that's rough. Like, the tourism industry has taken a beating. You know, you can't just tell people to not visit. Though I get it. I do get it. Sometimes it's disruptive, but it is what it is. Regardless, Richard, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Glenn, let's see. Excuse me. Niche, yes. Niche Shazbot. I remember seeing a lineup with Fox, Jet, and Luther. Can't remember the other two, and doubt if such a lineup could be viable. Well, let's talk about that in just a second. I do want to spend some time talking about Fox, because there are a few of these cute little niche heroes that aren't very popular but are still very effective. Is Fox one of those heroes? I don't know. Niche means specific, Shazbot. Very specific. Is Fox too specific of a use case? Are there too many other heroes that does exactly what Fox does, but potentially better? We'll talk about that in just a second. I've lived here 16 years and sometimes get told we don't want you here. That's funny. That's funny. So I just wanted to do a quick recap of the exploiting the Mojo Brawl discussion that we had yesterday. Just a really quick update. Some people, because I know that some of you are curious, just as a quick recap of the discussion yesterday, and then I'll tell you the new stuff that I found out. There are some people that have been able to exploit the Brawl events, especially on Facebook and web. I don't know if the bug exists on mobile, though. I'm sure people will try it. The next Brawl event coming up in 10 days or so for Morgan. The exploit involved getting doing an activity that allowed you to accrue an infinite amount of Brawl coins, which you could then use those Brawl coins to purchase items from the Brawl shop. buying a lot of items from the Brawl shop to promote the color rank of your various heroes, Mojo, and similar item heroes. And it is confirmed that some people, at least one individual, used this exploit over 20,000 times in a single day. Well, since yesterday's live stream, some of those cheaters have reached out to me and have confirmed that there was a bot script written for the Brawl event and it was used. And because of this, several people in their guild have been banned, and now their guild has been disbanded completely, or is on the verge of being disbanded. And we're talking about some pay-to-win players here. We're talking about some whales here, you know, some players that like to get those advantages by paying for them, and they used a shortcut instead of spending time or spending money, and those players are now banned. So, a couple of things here. Some of you thought that it must have been a bot or a script, and yes, it actually was a bot or a script that circulated through the various communities during the Mojo event. Not really going to go into detail about how it works, because honestly, even if I did have it in front of me and somebody explained it to me, I would have no idea. I'm not a coder. No idea. No idea. But, you know, the fact of the matter is somebody used a tool outside of the game to gain unfair advantage, and, you know, they admitted it to me that they did use it. And, you know, we had the whole conversation about, is it fair if it was a first infraction or not? Should they have just deleted the resources? Whose fault is it really? It's Nexter's game. Is it the player's fault, or is it Nexter's fault for having a buggy game? All of that stuff. I just thought it was interesting. I thought I would share it. Kind of a little bit of a follow-up. Don't cheat. If you do cheat, try not to get caught, I guess, is the moral of the story. But to kind of cap this off, and hopefully maybe we don't have to talk about this ever again, the vast majority of people that were targeted with that in-game notice yesterday or the day before saying, we've noticed some unscrupulous activity on your account, and continuing to do things like this will cause your account to be banned. It looks like the perpetrators of this exploit, the people that were exploiting it intentionally, it looks like those players have indeed been banned at this point. So if you have not been banned from Hero Wars, Facebook web or mobile, then you are found not guilty, I guess. I don't know if they're still investigating or if the investigation is closed, but the most egregious people, the people that did the biggest and baddest of the cheats, have apparently been banned. So there you go. It is impossible to build a bot that can get access to the build engine that Hero Wars web uses. Maybe on Facebook it is the case, but I can assure you the build on web is impossible to build a bot for. You could build a script. You could definitely build a script that clicks different places. Forever ago, I played this game called Asheron's Call. It was a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Really fun game. Had a lot of great friends in that game. A lot of people from my school played it, so we had a lot of fun with that. But there was a script that would run, and it would like take control of your mouse and click on different things, and it did the AFK. It did the AFK farming thing, which was not kosher with that game either. But yeah, macros, AFK macros, or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Sometimes you get what you deserve, says Otto. Yep, a keystroke script is super easy for most games. Yeah, and it's a lightweight too. It sits on the top. It just takes control of your mouse and does its thing. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Jay Montana. That's right. Don't cheat and get caught is the moral. I am too dumb to research high-tech bot. Yeah. Oh, too dumb. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, we have this bug now. Okay. Over on Hero Wars Mobile. Let's see. Update is coming. Over on Hero Wars Mobile, there was an update to the game files. It looks like it just included the Runic Millstone event. But he did say, hold on here. Here we go. So this morning at 4:28 a.m., which was just under 8 hours ago, mobile players, Loadrunner said there's an update coming. It will be done in 11 and a half hours. Okay, and that was like right at 8 hours ago. So 3.5 hours from now. Math on a Tuesday, I know. So we'll call it 4 p.m. Central Time. 4 p.m. Central Time, or what is that, 9 p.m. UTC? 4 p.m. Central Time here in the United States. It looks like we're going to get an update for Hero Wars Mobile. At least leaked information for Hero Wars Mobile from Loadrunner. It's likely just going to be the announcement of the Hero of the Month, but there may be something else there. So if there is something coming, stay tuned to my channel. I'll make a post in the comments. I'm sorry, I'll make a community post on my YouTube channel. I'll put it in the Discord, right? So here in about 3 to 4 hours, hopefully we have that information and it's something juicy to talk about. But as of this moment, there isn't anything that's worth sharing for Hero Wars Mobile aside from the Runic Millstone event, which is exactly the same as it's always been. Of course, by now you've all seen the event, so there it is. Maybe Morgan, indeed, maybe Morgan. Maybe we get a better look at what the Morgan files are going to be. Maybe we get a look at some of the Iris files. It's hard to really say. We don't know 100% for sure. Sometimes it's just a simple thing where they add in, you know, the next handful of dolls, you know, the next handful of heroic nesting doll artwork pieces. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Iris. Yeah, maybe Iris is coming. Maybe. A lot of people think that June 10th is when Iris is going to be added to the game on Hero Wars Mobile. So, yeah. By the way, Charlie, how come you got a reward yesterday and when you log in the game on Blue Strokes and I don't have it as a VIP thing? Monta, it's because I haven't played that account in like 2 weeks. It's because I hadn't really logged into that account in a while. Yeah. If Iris, it would be a jackpot, said Nedzad. Okay. Nice. Okay. Just got a really, really good text message. Yeah. Have to follow up on that in a little bit. Dealing with some stuff for a thing that's coming up very soon as well. All right, so Hero Wars Facebook and Web has a Fox basic Soulstone event called Eureka, right? It is a 4-task event. Log in, buy VIP, and of course you can buy anything that has, you know, a purchase value will go that contribute towards this. Buying a golden ticket, buying a skin with money, with real money, buying emeralds, buying one of the other bundles. You get the Fox dolls, as well as some emeralds. Skilled Engineer is to spend emeralds. You get soul stones as well as Fox dolls. And then finally, Tireless Warrior is to spend energy and you get Fox soul stones there. So back in the day, which was a Tuesday, Fox was one of the main ways to counter Kark. All right, and to a lesser extent, Kira. I saw Raven was in here. I'm going to have to find your message again, Raven. Here we go. Fox is definitely a hero that I have not spent a lot of effort into. As you can see here, it looks like over the course of this 3-day event, I'll collect another 27 soul stones, and I'll be able to finally 6-star my Fox. Super Fox teams, okay. And so this hero is one of the original blind heroes. Okay, there's a handful of heroes now that blind very effectively. Of course, we have Fenris now that does the same thing. But Fox was one of the unique ways to counter Kark teams. You have Heavy Caliber, which does physical damage. It's just a physical damage ultimate. The Smoke Screen causes a blinds to the front row, and also Heavy Caliber now blinds the front row. Okay, so you have 2 separate skills that can blind the front row. And remember, a blind is different from a silence. Okay, a blind causes physical attacks to miss. The physical attacks still happen. Ultimates, skills, basic attacks. Blind, it doesn't stop the attack. It just causes them to miss. Okay, a stun stops the attack. A silence stops the attack. Okay, stun, silence, different from blind, right? Then you had Cannonade, which deals damage to the nearest target 6 times, just a damage over time attack. And finally, you have this Violet ability, Concussion, adds a 5-second stun. So not only is Heavy Caliber stunning, not only is Heavy Caliber blinding the first row, it's also causing a nice stun to that tank as well. So a while ago, right? Let's wind back the clock a little bit. Wind back the clock whenever Fox was a little bit more prevalent than she is now. You had a meta that was all heroes in, the big damage dealers, the big agility, the big hitters. You had Kira, you had Ishmael, of course you had Kark. There are a few other big damage dealing heroes that reside in the front row. Let's see, who else would be a good example? Elmir. Dante at the time was kind of poor, was kind of crappy, so nobody really used Dante. People that used Dante did it for, just to be cute, just to be niche, all of that. I think that's kind of it. Zhu, I guess, you can add into there. But this was before Yasmin, right? This was before Dante got his rework. This was before, people did use Qingmao, but not necessarily as a damage dealer. A lot of people were using Galahad and Ziri, and of course Astaroth wasn't that great yet. Ishmael for sure. Yep. This was before Anvari. Let's see, this was before Tristan. Of course, Astrid and Lucas and Ginger stand in the back. So along with high health, high armor tanks, you needed Fox to slow down specific lineups. But I'll be honest with you, based on the experience that I have with max testing, and this was before pets and all of that, with max testing, Fox still wasn't good enough, right? Fox still wasn't good enough to slow down some of those lineups. Of course, it depended on who else you had and people that are behind her. So I personally don't have a single Fox lineup that I love. Okay, I don't know of any particular lineups of the engineer nature where she's super effective. Her skills are okay, blinds and stuns, right? Blinds and stuns, but some of them are just like, okay, so this ability right here has a 15% attack modifier. That is really low. This is really low for an ability that just does damage. Usually, modifiers this low are reserved for heroes that have, they're reserved for skills that have some kind of status effect, like a stun or a silence or a blind. This is a low damage attack, right? The max lineup, Kira, Nebula, Fox. Yep. Very, very popular lineup. And we'll talk about why in just a second. Nemesis says Fox is not worth the investment, not even if you include Ginger and Isaac with her. Yeah, I agree also. I think Nebula, Isaac, Nebula, Ginger is just a better three heroes. Now, why she was brought along is for her armor penetration artifact, right? Armor penetration artifacts, nice. Very, very good. Very, very nice. I have seen Fox paired with Elmir to some effect. Again, we're talking about Facebook and web here, since this is a Facebook event. We can talk about mobile separately if you'd like, but that's a whole other meta. That's a whole other ecosystem. But of the heroes that can provide armor penetration, Qingmao has been the more reasonable choice for a lot of lineups. And if not Qingmao, then Elmir has been very successful as well. In a lot of instances, Fox just charges too slow. Lady says, I found her decent against some Kark lineups when paired with Ginger and Dorian. Okay. James Thomas, we'll talk about that in just a second if you don't mind hanging out. Qingmao's Ascension as well. Can do 6 attacks at once. Yeah. Okay, well, So I think that Fox needs some kind of tweaking. Right? Her damage, her ultimate does do a big chunk of damage. Right? And she does have that armor penetration artifact as well as armor penetration glyph, right? And she can do critical hits, so she is capable of a really, really large big hit. Right? She is capable of that. Oh, Assassin's here. What's up? Had to pop in. She was one of my favorites. Okay, Rick, welcome back to the live stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. So I don't know. I don't know. What I would like to see, I would like to have a discussion over the next day or two. Maybe this is homework for you all. What are some of the decent Fox? Does anybody use Fox right now, first of all? Or is she relegated to these lineups like people that like to use, I don't know, people like to use Artemis, people that like to use Heidi, people that like to use, I don't know, other Astrid and Lucas, Ishmael, less popular heroes. Or maybe we need to stick with, excuse me, maybe we need to stick with heroes that stun. Maybe we need that. Maybe that's just better overall. Of course, you have Arachne. You have Judge. Does fantastic with stuns. Isaac can silence. Yeah. I don't know. Didn't Kira and Fox used to be a thing? Yes, Kira and Fox definitely used to be a thing. And then Sebastian was introduced into the game. Sebastian became an infinitely better choice for Kira. Nedzad says, let's see, you already know I use Fox. I know you do, Raven. I'd love to see some of your lineups, too. Let's see. Luther, Zhu, Nebula, Fox, and Jet. Okay. I don't think I've ever fought Fox in Arena. I've never used Fox much. I had a couple of past teammates swear by her, but I can't remember their lineups, and I don't think they were in-game teams. I think that there are a few players on my server 25, that like to use her just to be different, and they found ways to make her work. I know Raven has definitely found some, Infectious Raven has definitely found some uses for her on my server. Not entirely sure that it is that she stood up to the test of time, as it will. Fafnir is a better choice for Kira on mobile. Yes, indeed. Assassin, we did your faceless Kai Jorgen lineup from a couple weeks ago. We did those a couple months ago. We did that discussion last week. I've not seen Fox in any top 100 arena in 2 different servers. Okay, is your ultimate good enough? I don't think so. I don't think your ultimate is good enough. She can be pretty good against no tank teams. Okay. I can see that. Does she need more skins? She hasn't gotten a skin since last year. She hasn't gotten a skin since January of 2021. Is she due for a rework? Fox is, at least used to be, a Corvus killer. Okay. Fox is a Corvus killer. I can see that. Where would you place her on your previous tier list? Not Milk Crate? Is she even a counter hero? Yeah, I mean, you would definitely bring her along to counter physical lineups with attackers in the front. But I just feel like there's better choices. What are her skins? On HeroWars Facebook and web, she has agility, physical attack, health, and armor penetration. Is Fox good against Satori? No, Ebonk, no. She doesn't push the tank. Her ability doesn't. Oh, it does knock back, just like Faceless does. I forgot that was in there. Maybe there's some use cases with that, exposing the heroes in second position. I don't know. Fox needs a bikini skin. Ugh. Speaking of skins, any Fafnir skins being teased? Not yet. If Fox's cannon was working well against tanks, perhaps she could pair well with Iris. Just a big perhaps. Pushing a tank back so that Iris can use her exposed soul ability on the second hero in the line. But then, don't you bring Iris to chew through tanks? Isn't that the point? Isn't that the purpose of her? Celeste Nebula probably does a better job against the front. Yeah. Is the real name of Fox? No, the name of the event, Monta. The name of the event is Eureka. She definitely needs another physical attack skin. iFixit says, I think Z will get a skin. Yeah, definitely. 100% that's confirmed that that's going to be the case. Qingmao is better on that, and she stays alive longer, says Fairy Tale. I agree. So I don't know. It's definitely worth considering that she needs something. Maybe she needs some ascension skills. She's a Marks person, so upgrading the Marks person tree of wisdom. She's not a damage dealer. She's more of a support control, right? She's more of a support control. Just what she brings isn't good enough. Time for a Fox rework. Fox is a hero for the top 0.1% who spend 40,000 USD in this game. Woo! I think Fox will eventually get a complete rework, in my opinion. She doesn't really have a niche anymore. That's what I think is going to happen. I think ultimately sometime, and maybe the fact that she's got this little event happening right now is an indicator that rework is far off, right? Because if there was a rework for Fox planned in 2022, right, and we had a lot of that left, we got basically 7 months left. If there was a rework plan for Fox, they probably would not have had a Fox event right now. Right. Now, again, far be it from me to sell people not to level heroes they like. If you really like Fox, I think you should level up Fox. I'm very excited to get her to 6 stars this event. I probably won't touch her though. I mean, I guess equipping her with gray items doesn't really affect things too much, considering that I have 13 of some of these, and I'll go ahead and take the free 10 emeralds. Why not? The gold cost at this point is pretty negligible. 4,500 gold. No problem. I have all these items. I have 1,100 of these items. Yikes. You know what? I'm not going to buy this. We'll go buy one. We'll buy that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's good enough. Grab a handful of free emeralds out of her. Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50... 60 emeralds. Okay. I sent you 4 lines that work for me with her. You will note that all of them use Dante. I should mention, however, that I use her instead of Nebula in LOLosh. You use Fox instead of Nebula. How curious. Interesting. Crits more, which triggers Sebastian more. Sebastian is the major damage dealer against Ash, not the others. I agree. Man, I wish Astaroth's shield didn't suck so bad. Okay. I've beaten teams 800k with this. Just these 4, huh? Fox Isaac. Raven, thanks for sharing. So we got 4 great teams here. Some janky stuff with Isaac. All right. So here's a Fox Dante lineup. So I got to beg the question, Raymond. Just because I think other people are probably asking the same thing. Is Fox necessary in this lineup, or is this lineup just fine with Dante, Celeste, Sebastian, Dorian, and literally anybody else? Using Martha here instead of Dorian. Swapping in Isaac. Okay. 4-hero team. Yeah, okay. A Heidi lineup. Okay. I don't see any Fox use in my server. The day they do that would be great. Iris can also be a Fox's replacement. Well. Here are 4 great teams, though. If you are interested in building some Fox lineups, it looks like you're going to have an expensive road ahead of you, considering you have Dante and Sebastian both in the lineups. And in this lineup, you have Dante, Sebastian, and Isaac. At this point, guys, I'm not sure that I would build... If I were starting out, I don't know that I would build an agility hero unless it was Dante. Sebastian and Isaac are so important... Some good lineups, though. Why don't we do Fox max testing? Max testing with pets during the live stream, it just takes too long. It's clunky. It just kind of takes too long. There are a lot of mobile players that are watching also. Fox Brawls. Should have been Fox Brawls. Should have had some Fox Brawls today. Isaac probably works better against Magic teams, but Fox has the added bonus of adding additional RNG, which makes her harder to counter. Okay. On mobile, I'm still having trouble with Satori. I'm leveling up Phobos, as you suggested. I run a Bob 2 team, pulling Jorgen for Phobos. I tried Corvus and Nebula. Bob 2. See, anytime I see Satori, I just use my Way of Progress team. I don't use my Kark lineup. I'm honestly not sure how to counter a Satori team with a Kark lineup, aside from using Phobos. Rufus on mobile should help with Satori. I think that Rufus is going to get a rework on mobile very soon also. Something that one of the developers said over the weekend, or last week, whenever Tim brought the question up. But that's just a gut feeling. I don't know. I run a Satori main. I do not fear Nebula Phobos. Okay. Fox and Darkstar are at the bottom of the hero totem pole, in my opinion. Okay. So let's shift gears a little bit because we're kind of running out of time. Why do I not have assignments yet? What is happening here? So yesterday, we discussed a little bit the use of Arachne, right? And I kind of want to show you how I did with my baby Arachne with this lineup. And by the way, people over on the official Hero Wars Discord are very upset with me that I've shared this in a video. I guess Saiyan sharing it in his videos isn't as big a deal. I don't know why. So Shotgun lost to me, right? And then MG Big Kahuna lost to me. This was yesterday's fight, right? And then later on, that's the Titan fighting. And then later on, Yasho lost to me. Just kind of speed this up a little bit here. Now Yasho did set up another attack to finish me off. The enemy Yasmin was able to kill my front line, Astaroth and Kark. But then these 3 heroes timed out the remaining team. Sebastian and Arachne with Oliver timed out these last 3 heroes. Just got them stun locked over and over and over again. So then one more attack from Timothy finally did it. It took 4 attacks to defeat this team. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. As of this morning, nobody had attacked me. There we go. Okay. Looks like Michael attacked me. Did not kill any of my heroes. A Twins Yasmin lineup. How interesting. Looks like I timed them out. Did I at least finish off Krista? I did. That's good. I like that. This pretty much proves the sweet spot. I'll be honest with you. A 40k Arachne plus an Astaroth. I think that I would have a much better lineup here if I had Dante instead of Kark. Honestly, if I had Dante instead of Kark or Yasmin instead of Kark, I think that this would be even more lopsided. It would be even more lopsided. I want to see if did my Arachne ult before the Sebastian ult. Charlie says there's no sweet spot. I think there might be. I think there actually might be a sweet spot for some heroes, and I don't mean like the sweet spot exists for every hero, right? It's just the enemies. Look at all of that stuns. Look at the stuns, and then Kark comes in and just whacks Yasmin in the face. Sebastian finally was able to ult there. Yeah, see at this point they just can't reach her. So I say this idea, you know, the idea of the sweet spot, it's talking about with Jorgen, it's talking about with damage dealers all the time, it's talking about with various tanks and all of that. It's a hard topic to discuss because the enemy team changes. Like every time you fight somebody, it's a completely different team. Different power levels. Like nobody, most people aren't dealing with maxed teams versus maxed teams, right? So there's no uniformity in a lot of these attacks. But I'll be honest with you, this Astaroth plus 40k Arachne is a contender. It is. If ever I could say that the sweet spot 100% factually exists for a hero, a 40k Arachne or lower is it. The fact that Sebastian doesn't counter Arachne's stun in any way bugs me. Well, she just hit it off before Sebastian was able to ult, and you know, because of a couple of other things that I've got going for me in my lineup, I was able to, you know, kind of take advantage. Love your content, both my son, and I've enjoyed your balanced guidance. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words, Steve. Arachne's robot is insanely more useful since it became her green skill. I agree. Fox's health is ridiculously low, and she's one of the only heroes who can't break 150k health without the health skin. But it's a crapshoot due to less energy gain with the skin. Well, so we can't have 9 things. It just changes depending on the enemy team, so you can't ever reach it. Exactly right. Exactly right. I wish that I knew what was going on here. I would love to see. I would love to have some attacks here. I think maybe we're waiting to see what happens with the gates to see if the Citadel can get knocked down before we get into it. If you had a better Mara, it would be better. Yeah. I'm definitely working on my Mara too. Definitely dumping a lot into my Mara. Yeah. Yeah, definitely need it. What is a good way of progress team against Satori? Glenn Malvaso, I did a video. I don't. It's a more complicated discussion than just telling you the team, Glenn. I did a video on how to counter Satori a little while ago using wave progress. It's going to vary depending on if Satori is in the second or third position and the choice of their tank. Yeah. But there was one in particular that was like Arachne, Isaac, Ginger, and I can't remember the last two. Arachne, Isaac, Ginger, plus two more, and I can't remember what they were, was able to like consistently take out Satori in third position teams. And then there was another one that can consistently take out Satori in the second position teams. Yeah. Dante behind a tank is not so productive unless we talk about Rufus. Well, I mean, Dante behind a tank is probably still a better hero than Kark or Yasmin or Kira behind a tank. If I had to guess. I would love to have... Where's my... Are we waiting for attacks for the sit to open? What's happening here? I'd love to make some attack. Who did I fight last week? Let's see. Faster horses last week. Oh, we didn't fight faster horses last week. Urgh. Let's see. I used two-man team when first being him. Didn't have any resources and heroes at the time. Dorian Zhu is viable. Oh, yeah. Dorian Zhu is still pretty good. Uh-oh. Pay attention, Charlie. Man. Okay. That's good for that. Let's see. Nothing announced there. Nothing added here either. Well, all right. Since we don't have war assignments just yet, and that's kind of everything. How about we just wrap up a little bit early today? I got some errands I got to run, regardless. So it's I just kicked stub my toe. Oh, I broke my toenail. Ah. Oh, and I am bleeding. Nice. Well, let me go take care of that. Ow, that really hurts. That really hurts. I'll be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 5 p.m. UTC. Wow, my toe really hurts. Ouch. How did that even happen? Where did I even kick? Ouch, 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 ouch. All right. Funny how a little bit of pain makes you completely lose your train of thought. No, we still got to do the errands. Still got to run the errands. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll see you all tomorrow. Look for an announcement a little bit later on today if Load Runner does share some information. Yeah. Okay. Thanks everybody for coming. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.